Credible information, TDN at the station, TDN Africa Media, yeah. For news and entertainment, TDN gets the latest, TDN Africa Media, yeah.
Alright, before we wanna do this new edition of Salone Talk, and it comes to you live from TDN Africa Media. We operate live from the studio in Freetown, but of course we go all over. You can get me on Facebook and YouTube. You will also be part of the program by subscribing, liking, and sharing. We post and all of that. Me, when I present the program today, me na Theophilus Gbenda.
Credible information, TDN at the station.
And inside the program today, like always, we will talk about a number of things then. But I just start by saying that my co-presenter Diana Coker is absent today due to unavoidable circumstances. Then we're also sorry that we not come on over the last 2 program dates then, on Monday and Wednesday. And so today is Friday, and we are very pleased to be here, all for you. Like always, inside the program, we will look at the front pages of the newspapers we will get in front of we. We will also look at topical issues when are of national concern. So stay tuned and stay fixed as we will start up straight away with the newspaper headlines. And we will start with the straight away with the Calabash newspaper. Calabash newspaper say, as UK legal firm threatens court action, Dr. Samuel Kamara cautions government over potential state embarrassment. Then, resumption of bonuses and slight tariff adjustments. So I think say this na the mobile phone companies them. Government don't get them for show understanding and for make some customer care deliverables, especially in the area of bonuses and other things there. You know, for say we use for the get free calls them midnight and weekends. We'll see if they can continue, they go come back. Inauguration of Senegal's special economic zone mirrors Arise economic zone. Well, of course, the battle for the ownership of the rail and ports is still very much active in the media space. But of course, government don't take decision as to whether forget control over the rail and ports, and that is Leon Rock. Lakeside Business College establishes 2 faculties, incorporates new deans. All right, we take another newspaper, the Public Review. Our people demand justice and truth, says Dr. Samuel Kamara. EcoBank draw save and win promo grand final. EcoBank draws save and win promo grand final. Then another one, Salone diamond, people and farmer remanded. Stolen diamond, people and farmer remanded. Independent observer, bring Arise IIP King Ho to the table, quoting Dr. Samuel Kamara. All right, we get another one. all-time malaise in the economy. That are the Guardian Post. AfriCell continues to connect the unconnected. All right? Now that's one for C. Zero corruption campaign on integrity in public life. We go to the Gbenda newspaper. Over purported termination of port and rail agreements, President Bill Julius Mataya dents Salone's international credibility. Government ensures resumption of bonuses and slight mobile tariff adjustments. That's a welcome news, like I say. Government manhandling of rail and port contracts. Samura Kamara Profas solution. I see Dr. Samura Kamara and they take the lead in the front pages today. Another one, when at the City Hunter, Samura Kamara warns Bio government against subsequent legal entanglements. NRA in 600 billion revenue loss scandal. NRA is in 600 billion revenue loss scandal. Bank of Sierra Leone governor to save the day. Then embarrassment. Another heavy legal uppercuts await Salone. Then of course you get another one on the drone newspaper. Citizens demand investigation of illegal SLMA board and deputy ED. SLMA and the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. Then of course you get over government manhandling of rail and port contracts, Samura Kamara Profas solution. And same on the same issue, over termination of rail and ports agreement with Arise IIP, Bio embarrasses Salone again. Another one on the front page of the drone, Alhaji Julda Shaw urges fuller community to embrace peace and unity. You take another one on the Owl newspaper, Jagaban boosts fire victims as he consoles Kube community. IPAM to celebrate 43 years of excellence. Then you get another one, U.S. ambassador visits Bond's APC office in Bo. And then you get another one, Binta Barry set to win Miss FBC. Another one on the same drone newspaper, the Owl newspaper, it says, unpacking the first Interwitch Vintic Forum in Sierra Leone. Interswitch, unpacking the first Interswitch Vintech Forum in Sierra Leone. We take another one on the Standard Times newspaper. More trouble for Salone government. Arise UK lawyers' rights. Inconsistency action. ACC secure of Jaya Kaikai's vehicles. I go over that again. Inconsistency action. ACC seizure of Jaya Kaikai's vehicles. All right, we take another one, the Analyst newspaper, and the last one for that matter, before we go to the main issues of the day. Gokel Commercial Bank gets International Trade Council accreditation. Same on the Analyst newspaper, President Bio's GOAT plan, the role of NRA. On the same newspaper, DHL on the spotlight. President Bio's GOAT plan, the role of NRA. I don't read that already. All right, so now that we get now the front pages today, where we see the Arise and Leon Rock or Kinho issue top on the front pages of the newspapers. The government has laid it to rest, literally I should say, because cabinet, they don't sit and take a decision that the rail and ports agreement, whether they sign with Arise or whether they on the pipeline for signing and ratification by Parliament, is no longer the case, but that the contract now goes to Leone Metal Group. In other words, they call them Leone Rock Metal Group. Well, of course, this is an issue we've done around for a while. We don't see a lot of newspaper bashings here and there. We see a lot of journalists, civil society people coming in favor of Arise. We see others going in favor of Leone Rock. But of course, with all the hue and cry, the government say Leone Rock na ingo dey in control. So, but then Arise IIP seem very unhappy with the cabinet's conclusion. And now we read from the Standard Times newspaper say the lawyers of Arise based in the United Kingdom don't write a strong-worded letter to the government. We don't know what are the contents of the letter in question, but what is clear is that it seems the fighting is only starting. So we can foresee more interesting episodes. Wait and see how it will unfold. Then the issue of Jaya Kaikai, the former chief immigration officer. We see issues coming relating to the seizure of in 3 vehicles, where he say a friend of his gave him as gift while serving as chief immigration officer. And according to the Anti-Corruption Act, gift received by public officials should be registered or should be declared. Something the former immigration boss and Jaya Kaikai failed to do. And so now it will become a subject of anti-corruption investigation. So when you look how the case they progress or how the investigation they progress, but from the outlook, it is a clear case for the ACC, and the ACC has taken it up head on. So wait and see how long the investigation will last and how open and transparent it will be, because it involves a senior government official. So it's going to be a test case, and we hope to see how seriously this matter will be addressed. NRA in 600 billion revenue loss scandal. 600 billion revenue loss scandal at the NRA. If this headline in the newspaper, and we are talking about a very reputable newspaper for that matter, and so they are talking about the City Hunter newspaper. 600 billion, not a million, no, 600 billion revenue loss. At a time like this, when the government needs so much money, this amount alone don't do for take care of the teachers them, it don't do for take care of a number of civil servants, a number of lecturers, the university and all of that. 600 billion revenue loss at a time when we get a new Commissioner General, where just don't take office about 3 months ago, they go to 4 months or so. It's a very serious matter, and so the public demand further information, especially now that we get a new bank governor. We will give details on that later. But revenue loss is not something we should be talking about right now, especially in fact when the country is so heavily indebted. We'll talk about all those details. All right? Then, of course, the issue of the resumption of bonuses and slight mobile tariff adjustment by the mobile phone companies is coming as a welcome news. Because before now, communication was so enjoyable. You can talk for as long as you want. On Sundays, for instance, we get free calls. You call whole day, you need to pay nothing. But man can solve family case per day, they solve marriage palaver per the time, free calls but those calls went off when this government came in. So we hope that the announcements of this bonus by the companies and the slight adjustments of the tariff will also incorporate weekend free calls and midnight calls. First time, midnight after 12 o'clock, you can talk till 6 o'clock in the morning, free of charge. Now, don't even try it. Don't even try it. So we hope say this could be done as soon as possible. No time to waste, because the people that demand this service very, very urgently and very desperately. All right, the program will go on. We'll talk about the first issue. We'll talk about now the fire incident will take place at the Kube community. It's a very serious one. 25 houses got burnt. Thankfully, nobody in the area not be get injured, and we also no area of any incident of death. And this happened on Tuesday, the 31st of October, around 8 p.m. 8 p.m. And of course, according to preliminary reports, the fire incident was caused by poor connection or bad connection. In other words, in the Kube area, you get instances of illegal connection. And this was confirmed by the mayor, Madam Akisoya, when he go to the scene for go sympathize with the victims and for talk to them about what happened. And according to the mayor, the incident was caused by illegal connection, will lead to bad discharge of electricity and ultimately lead to the fire where engulf 25 houses. Millions of leones worth of property got burnt because most of the people were not able to remove anything at all. And this is not the first time it is happening. But Lord will show us some videos at the scene. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as I don't see, the fire be really tense. So just thank God that not to be midnight where someone would sleep, this and that. It happened where all man wide and awake. And so, but that a very unfortunate situation because the houses that are Kube, they are clustered together. They're close to each other. And so when fire catch there, it is obvious that it will spill over that the nearby houses. And some of the houses, of course, now permanent structures. So you can imagine say in such a situation, the fire can always go haywire. So anyway, according to the mayor, Madam Akisoya, they get to organize a stakeholders meeting at the community, so they will discuss the way forward. But then, of course, you never say, Madam Mayor don't take office officially, and in visit to Kube, now be enforce public appearance. So someone say, Madam Mayor just kind of office enforce public appearance now for go see fire victims. Well, of course, an accident, you don't know when it will happen and how it will happen. So that is the situation. We go on with the program. It's Salone Talk, coming to you live from TDN Africa Media from the studio in Freetown. Bo Rangers don't decide for pick up John Keister as the new head coach. Until recently, just over 1 month ago, John Keister was the head coach for Leon Stars. Leon Stars is the national team. John Keister was head of that, was coach, lead coach for that team, Leon Stars. And he be able to take Leon Stars to the African Cup of Nations. And of course, in contract done, the authorities there at the Sierra Leone Football Association decided say we should call in another coach. So which means they're not being renew John Keister in contract. And so Bo Rangers, one of the Premier League clubs where they are Bo, decided say we not for see this man in talent in football coaching waste. Therefore, we are going to make use of him. So, Bo Rangers officially don't get an understanding with John Keister, and John Keister is happy for go take the job. Some man will say na relegation, or some man will say that demotion. You don't head a national team, and now you go head a Premier League team. But anyway, it's up to John Keister for see that as demotion or promotion. So to go over the program, Air France, when I be one of the major flights there where they can at the country, they decide to say they are going to call it quits. In other words, they are leaving Sierra Leone until further notice. They will not be able to come here again for come operate. And October 28th, this year, 2023, Air France gets their very last flight from Freetown. They left Freetown, they go straight to Guinea to the onward destinations, America, you call it, France, you call it. But the long and short of it is that Air France say they will not continue to operate in Sierra Leone because, one, the number of passengers where they can at Salone or Freetown as compared to other countries then, it's a big loss coming to Freetown. So they don't decide, say, they are going to quit. And that for now, we don't get any Air France. So the operation, they closed down completely now the country, including those they would have employed, and all of that. So they are closing, and we can only hope that they come back soon when things get better. But as it is now, they say they are running at a loss coming to Freetown. And so they don't see it lucrative anymore. And of course, this is happening at a time where we get a brand new state-of-the-art airport. We're supposed to attract lots and lots of flights then from different parts of the world, but that is not the case, unfortunately. And so the discontinuation of Air France services to Freetown, now a big setback to the country aviation industry, and it make plenty of people in Africa Salone, they become discouraged and take the routes to Guinea, where much cheaper. And Guinea, they attract more flights them from different parts of the world than even Sierra Leone, and despite the fact say there's a joint government there. So it's a serious matter. We hope that the government will treat it with the utmost seriousness. And of course, for now, the main flights there where they operate in the country, now Brussels, Kenya Airways, Asker, Air Morocco, and Turkish Airways. So these are operating in the country, and so according to the Minister of Transport and Aviation, they don't put in place mechanism for ensure say there is no gap with the exiting of Air France. There will be no gap. So that is it. It's TDN Africa Media, live from Freetown. The local councils that now they functionally operate, carrying themselves, they operate now. Falaba they operate, and so it's all going fine for the councils. The Minister of Local Government will all urge the councils and say, therefore emphasize on local revenue generation. We're very, very crucial. Very crucial for the councils to embark on local revenue generation, be it the Freetown City Council, be it the Bose City Council, be it Kenema, be it Kono, be it wherever. The minister said, we look at councils, therefore pay attention on local revenue generation. And one way when they can raise revenue, now for make sure say people then pay their local taxes. Now that's 5 loans for buy tax. And I will encourage people to go out and get the local tax. It should be part of their identification. And it is very crucial that we all get local tax. Very important. Okay? So the program will continue. We will talk about a thief. You know that thief man that working thief then solar. Unfortunately for one, he run out of luck. Na Sahr. Lights now day at the time when they climb up the pole. Where they're in the middle, now begin the plug off the battery and for pull the solar. 9 lights can boom. So he was caught red and dead right up the pole. He was not able to help himself. He became totally useless. Then, I mean, you know, he really got shocked. And I will say, the details are that technicians rushed to the scene, and then they began for lose the grip of the current owner. We will try to play the video for Lona see. It's a quite interesting matter. So they say 99 days for thief man, 1 day for master host. 9 days, 9 happens so. You don't go for thief something where a whole community for benefit from. You one, or you and your associates, they go for go tiffer, go sell out, and then in the process, you frustrate hundreds of people where for benefits from that solar light day. So it's a very unfortunate situation. We don't know the status whether the man died or just got electrocuted. But what we know is that there were technicians who took him off the pole. We see where he contact from up, he can't for down, bubble. So you were the thief battery, now the solar panels them, you have to stop. Now anti-development thing that day. If you are caught, you could go to jail. And who knows? Let's go tap with this young man. The thing catch up. So you have to be very careful. Very careful. Alright, so whilst my colleague they look for the video clip, we go start to talk about the fact say we now get a new bank governor in the person of Dr. Ibrahim L. Stevens. He was appointed recently by the president, Julius Maada, and this new governor, they can take the place of Professor Salone, who served for one term, 5 years. Okay, let us go back to the solar thief.
Na current so look at people there. Apart from this, look at video of current. Now they leave password. You know able to do again. You know able to do again. Nothing. Nothing. Now Isa Lucia. You see people there. Apart from this, apart from that this. Now Isa Lucia. Apart look at. Na current.
Okay. So you see how interesting that is. Young man they just day for thief rather than the go find book for do. So that's very unfortunate. And we hope to see other young men will go learn from that. Even for a whole community, you go pull out for satisfy your selfish desire. At the end of the day, look how miserable, the situation was. Anyway, certain person not deserve any sympathy, unfortunately. So like I say, it has pleased the president, Julius Maada, to appoint Dr. Ibrahim L. Stevens as the new bank governor of the Bank of Sierra Leone. By extension, the Republic of Sierra Leone. And of course, Dr. Ibrahim L. Stevens, until his appointment as governor, now be the deputy bank governor, which means he was already in the system or has already been in the system. And so some men want to blame and say, well, if a big part and parcel of the failure of the past bank governor for put the economy of the country in the way where if they introduce a new leons, and right now we get two currencies, the old leons versus the new leons. They don't give a lot of time for get the old leons for fade off, but the old leons remains very powerful in the local market, to an extent that it is competing with the new leons. In other words, we have the old leons competing with the new leons. And now, what I say, governments don't allow the two currencies to go on side by side until the end of the year. By which time, we hope say they will not print enough new leons so that there will not be any gap. Because the reason why they will not put a date for let the old leons go out of circulation, it failed because the new leons where they go print not be there in sufficient amount for satisfy the financial markets. And so the only remedy was to get the old leons for continue for the in circulation. And this help the economy. It make the leons become badly devalued, and it make the leons not able to go close to the dollar, and so the exchange rates don't become so appalling. So it's a very serious matter. And so this bank governor now, newly appointed, was there, he saw it all, he was part of it. And so the question is, will he be in that position to make the needed change? Is he in that position to make the needed change? That's the million-dollar question many people are asking. So the former bank governor, Professor Salone, much was expected of him, but unfortunately, from all indication, it falls short of expectation in the eyes of many, to an extent that his contract was not even extended. Because when you are appointed as bank governor, you have a tenure of 5 years. And after that, you can come back if the president deem him fit for reappoint you. So in other words, Dr. Salone, they do only one term, and after that, that's it. You have a new man in charge, whether Dr. Ibrahim L. Stevens. Well, of course, the Bank of Sierra Leone, they work in very close collaboration with the Ministry of Finance for make sure say Salone economy strong enough for the good of the citizens. So, well, the new bank governor, I guess again for go through Parliament for parliamentary approval. And so we wish him well in the appointment and hope say he go able for one, stabilize the economy. The economy is in a bad shape right now. Secondly, we need to operate on one currency, and that's the new leons. It is confusing people having to talk about the new leons and the old leons. You go to a bank for go pull 5 million leons. If you not take time, now all old leons that they give you. Oh yes, all old leons. It's a serious matter, and so governments for wake up. The new bank governor therefore tackle the issue of foreign exchange as well. How is he going to do it? We don't know. We don't know. So wait to see what it will be in strategy as the new bank governor. of the Bank of Sierra Leone. All right? The program will continue. And today, the 3rd of November, the Sierra Leone Premier League, they start. And this Premier League, lot of controversies, especially relating to the name change from Sierra Leone Premier League to Leone Rock Premier League. For we, this is a very, very serious matter. When we said the name don't change, we started asking questions. But why? Why should the name change? Only because somebody or a mining company, they give some sponsorship for that the league happen. And of course, we want to say the sponsorship in question is not even up to 40%. Because Premier League need over 7 billion for let it go on smoothly. And you get a company where you can give 1.9 billion. You can't call it a drop in the ocean because it's big money. But it is not even up to 40% of the total sum needed for let the Premier League play. So how comes now you are already changing the name, the brand, to that company? Even the Sierra Leone Football Association gave 1.5 billion to the Premier League board for that the league go on. 1.5 billion from the Sierra Leone Football Association. And then 1.9 billion from Leone Rock. Put 1.9 and 1.4 together and tell me, say, the distance is still far away for catch up to the amount needed for the Premier League. So it's a very serious situation for seeing the change of name from Sierra Leone Premier League to Leone Rock Premier League. I think to say this is something we not for allow. Of course, Leone Rock will come in as one of the sponsors, but for let them take over the brand, for me, it's a very serious concern. And with all this going on, we don't see anything from the government in terms of government supports to the Premier League. So now they say, you sell the birthright for Cocoa Yabe. Sell the birthright for Cocoa Yabe. Ah, come on, how can that happen? How can that happen? You know, like I stated earlier, the Premier League need 7.6 billion. 7.6 billion. Now the Premier Board need for rollout this season league. And so, if Leone Rock don't give 1.9 billion, then the Football Association, SLAFA, don't give 1.5 billion, then of course, you want to call it a good start, but not good enough. Because they still need plenty of the money for make sure say it happen. And so it's a very serious matter that a name has to be changed when the deficit needed for cover up. Now 4.2 billion. 4.2 billion still needed for be raised for let the Premier League go on successfully. And now we get a situation wherein, you know, from Sierra Leone Premier League to Leone Rock Premier League, is that anything we should tolerate? Is it acceptable? Is it acceptable? A situation wherein we still get 4.2 billion deficit. Where will that come from? Where will that come from? And now, a whole league name change just because somebody came in and gave 1.9 billion. So let's say tomorrow morning somebody come out now and say, okay, I'm going to give 2.5 billion. Is the brand going to change also to that person's name or that company's name? So I think it's a very bad practice that we go change with league in name. We change the whole brand, Sierra Leone Premier League to Leone Rock Premier League. Come on. If Leone Rock wants, they can organize their own league. But for goodness sake, this is the Sierra Leone Premier League. I've listened to the president or the chairman of the Sierra Leone Premier Board, whether Victor Luis. I also don't listen to somebody from the Sierra Leone Football Association. The justification they gave is nothing good to write home about, and so it makes no sense. It makes no sense. We welcome the sponsorship by Leone Rock and others, but there is no 100% sponsorship of the league, and so there is no justification for the company take over the brand. That's like mortgaging your own rights. So as far as we are concerned, it's a very bad practice, and the league deserve for being boycotted just for that purpose. By patriotic Sierra Leoneans, the league deserve for being boycotted. That is what I will say. It's coming from TDN Africa Media. I am your host, Theophilus Gbenda. You can catch us on Facebook and YouTube. Please feel free to subscribe, like, and share. We're going to take another issue. 50 buses are due in the next 3 weeks. And I am quoting the Minister of Transport and Aviation, Ambassador Alhaji Fande Touré. He said this live on radio, and so therefore he is on record to have said 50 new buses are due in Freetown in the next 3 weeks. In other words, by the end of the month, 50 new buses. And them buses there, they come as part of the package for the Freetown Urbanization Project. The Freetown Urbanization Project, you will see new lorry parks being created. You will see overhead bridges. We already see 3 of those bridges. One in Alomli, the other one in Wilberforce, and the other one, the Foduana Shell. Another one for be done at Jue. It will be 5 in all. I don't know which side the 5th one would be, but 3 already we see them. Like I say, one at Lumley, one at Wilberforce, and then one at Shell. I think the one at Shell is still under construction. And so we also see silent for passengers for wait for the buses. And that the buses, the way they come, they come with overseas standard. Overseas standard. So therefore, we will wait for see them bus and there. The history of government buses is not too good for we, because if you go to the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation, you will see lots of government buses packed as scrap. Right? Go there, you will see government buses scrapped. So when the buses there they come, one, the road condition, which is why the buses are not going anywhere but in Freetown. And according to the minister, this is a pilot phase. That if this work well, they're gonna replicate them to other parts of the country. But then 50 buses there now exclusively for Freetown. As it is now, the transportation situation of the city very chaotic. Very chaotic. So it is hoped that the coming of the 50 buses there, they can change the transportation situation at the city completely. And so we can't wait to see the arrival of those buses by the end of the month. If by the end of the month, those buses are not here, they will know we have somebody to ask. Mr. Minister, sir, why are the buses not here as you assured? So that's going to be a very serious one. And so we will wait and see whether the buses will be here. Because we know a lot of promises. The other time we are hearing about buses coming, they did not come. Again, we are saying they will come, they did not come. So we hope, say, now that it has come from the horse's mouth, and that's the Minister of Transport and Aviation, Ambassador Alhaji Fande Toure, he said the buses will be here in 3 weeks' time by the end of the month. And like I said earlier, we can't wait to see their arrival. We can't wait. People are struggling for transportation, and it is too much for the people. The issue of transportation, very crucial, because people have to move from one point to the other, and it is their constitutional right, freedom of movement from one place to the other. It's TDN Africa Media coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube, so feel free for catch up with us. I stated earlier that the former Chief Immigration Officer Andrew Jaya Kaikai, they under anti-corruption investigation. The other day we see where Sidon Patak Okada from Parliament, because the ACCB sees all the 3 motorcars where he goes now Parliament. He went there with a convoy of the gifted vehicles. Oh yes. And so as a the motorcar there, who say pull so now I'm party na give me the. And according to the ACC Act, those gifts should have been declared or duly registered. Nothing of such happened, and so it constitutes a breach of the Anti-Corruption Commission Act automatically. So let's see what the outcome of this investigation will be. Like I stated earlier, let's see how long it will last, and let's see what will come out of it. And the anti-corruption will not put out a public notice to all other government officials for say, you can receive gifts, no problem, but those gifts have to be duly registered. Those gifts have to be duly declared, and those gifts have to be captured in your yearly assets declaration. If you receive a gift and then you not declare and your asset declaration for say, I receive gift from this person for this proposal, and not to any kind of way for induce me, or not to any kind of way for give room for corruption or bad contract or whatever. Now just gift from a friend where things say I deserve them. Even me I deserve for get gift too, but it's even to public officer. So if person give me gift, I don't need for declare them. Right? I don't need for go announce and say, oh no, now this person give me this gift here. No. They say, what this hand don't do, this hand not for Yagi. But if you're not government official, you are under obligation legally for declare whatever gift you receive once it pass 5 million old leos or 5,000 new leos. You see, we are still getting confused over this new and old. So please let the year try done. Let we get one single currency in circulation. We are tired of the old leos, the new leos. We are so tired. We are so tired, and people are getting mixed up about this. So if again, by the end of the year, we see say the old leos still there in circulation, then we go say this government get problem. This government get big problem, bo. Ebo, they don't put 2 dates there where the old leos for vanish from the market. Those 2 dates, those 2 deadlines failed. We have a new deadline by the end of the year. Mr. New Bank Governor, Mr. Minister of Finance, Mr. President, Mr. Chief Minister, you guys have to do the needful to ensure that the issue relating to the old leos competing with the new leos come to an end by the end of the year. So we don't go back to 2024. We still get a situation where you go to the bank for money, what they give you is the old leos mixed up with the new leos. So that is it for today. We don't talk about a number of issues, and we don't say the co-presenter, Madam Diana Coca, not come today because of uncontrollable circumstances. But of course, we don't bring kind of program to now. So that is what we can do. But like I say, you too have your own part of it by subscribing, liking, and sharing our post. Till then, I have been your humble presenter, Theophilus Gbenda, and I say thank you so much to my colleague, Brother Tijan, for the technical oversight, and bravo to the entire TDN family, especially with CEO based in the United States of America, Madam Davis. I say tata.
TDN Africa Media, for news and entertainment. TDN gets the latest. TDN Africa Media, connect and make the news they meet you as you go. Through Diaspora Network, they are for we all. Yes, so we bring the news to you with all the full gist and all the details. We dey unbiased too. Number